Hey guys, it's Mama J, and I would like to wish you guys a happy new year, and I hope you're having a great 2018. Now, I have lots of great things planned for the channel this year. Several upcoming surprises. There may be some new animals. There is a new fish I would like to introduce you to in a later video. And so be sure and subscribe so you'll be able to be the first to find out about those new things. Now today I would like to introduce you to all of my reptiles. I thought I would give you an up close and personal with each one of them and share a fun story about each one. So let's get started.
This first reptile I would like to introduce you to is Chomper. Now Chomper is my bearded dragon, and he's going on about 5 years old now. I don't know his exact birthday just because he was an animal I did adopt. But this guy is what I call my lap lizard, or even my snuggle buddy. And he just has the sweetest personality. Though he does know how to get himself into a little bit of mischief from time to time, he certainly can work me over with that cuteness factor, and it gets me every time. Now, one thing that Chomper really enjoys is being the center of attention, and you can no doubt see why. He's such a great lizard. This next little guy is Cheerio. Now Cheerio is my step runner lizard, and he is about a year old, and I found him at one of our local pet stores here in town. And I was so excited to find him because I had researched and wanted a step runner lizard for quite some time. So it was really a surprise to find one locally. Now Cheerio got his name from the little circles on his back. And I just love this guy. They remind me a lot of a little Tango with their face and everything, but their care is very much like a bearded dragon. Now sometimes they're a little bit jumpy, but when you get them out and get them to settle down, they'll really sit quite nicely in your hand and are such a fun lizard to have. Next up we have Echo. Now Echo is my Crested gecko. And I think this girl is just the cutest. I love her little eyelashes, and sometimes you'll even hear crested geckos referred to as an eyelash gecko. Now the other thing that I think is just endearing about these animals is, as you notice, they don't have eyelids, so they actually have to lick their eyes in order to keep them moist. Now Echo is quite the character. I love being able to kind of come back in the room sometimes late at night because she will be up in the front of her tank, and every time she sees me she just freezes and makes the funniest poses. She is really a beautiful girl, and a friend of mine over at Phantom Gecko helped me identify her morph, and she's actually considered a chocolate and cream bicolored gecko, but I sure love her. She is just a great pet. This next guy is Pixel. Now Pixel is my Pac-Man frog, and yes, I know he is an amphibian, not a reptile, but I just had to include him in my video. I love these Pac-Man frogs. They're not the most active of animals by any stretch of the imagination. They are sit and wait predators, but it is so much fun to me to be able to see these big dark eyes kind of poking up out of the substrate, and it is so much fun to watch him eat. He is literally all mouth, and after he eats, he takes his little hips and sort of shakes them back and forth and burrows back down in the substrate. Such a fun animal to have. We have now reached the official diva of the room. Yes, I am talking about my leopard gecko, Miss Sophie, or Princess Sophie as she's known around here. And if you've ever watched any of my prior reptile videos, you know Sophie has a bit of a reputation around here. It's usually her way or the highway. And I guess that's just typical girl, but she likes her hides a certain way. She likes her plants a certain way. And her favorite thing is for me to try to guess what her insect of the evening is. So Sophie keeps me on my toes, and she is a funny, funny girl. Back this last summer, I decided to add another leopard gecko to the room. This is Tango. Now Tango is an albino leopard gecko, and he is about 7 months old. And let me tell you, he is going to be a big dude. he's about to outweigh Sophie right now, and he's got these long, gangly legs, and I just love him. It has been so much fun getting to see the difference in personalities between Tango and Sophie. I mean, Tango's just a dream gecko as far as care. He eats anything that I put in front of him. He's very active. He's paper towel trained. And he's just a funny boy. But you never know when you put these two together. It takes two to tango, you know. So maybe there'll be a surprise from these two sometime in the future. This next girl is Skylyn. Now Skylyn is my white and yellow gargoyle gecko, and she is about 5 months old now. Now her breeder is Phantom Gecko out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And let me tell you, she is just the most beautiful gecko I think I have ever seen. I just think she has the most fabulous yellow rings around her eyes. And I just never get tired of looking at her eyes. I think they're so unique. Now, another thing that I think is really fascinating about Skylyn is she has a unique ability to be able to change dramatically when she's fired down or fired up. And she really becomes even more beautiful at every phase. My next reptile is Bear. Now, Bear is my anathoristic Kenyan sand boa, and I got him back in October. And I love these guys because of their cute little black eyes. Now, Kenyan sand boas have a nature to burrow down in the substrate, and you can see Bear demonstrating this great quality, though not so successfully in my carpet, I might add. But these little guys are just amazing, and I have really fallen in love with this breed of snakes. He has been such a sweet boy and has such a sweet personality. The only problem that I've had from him is he has been quite the stubborn feeder, which is not uncommon for Kenyan sand boas, especially as little babies. He really has preferred live pinky mice at the moment, but I have no doubt I'm stronger willed than he is. I think we'll make the transition over to frozen thawed very soon. I am so glad to have this guy in my reptile room. He has been a great addition. Last but certainly not least is Snickers. Now Snickers is my red striped gargoyle gecko. And I got him when he was just a little squirt of about 3 grams. Now he is such a funny little guy. His nickname is Monkey Butt. And I call him that because of that cute little prehensile tail he loves to wrap around your finger for security. Now, one thing I've done with Snickers from early on to encourage eating was to hand feed him. Of course, now he eats out of a cup and he is up to about 11 grams. But now I have continued to still allow him to eat from a spoon for on occasion, kind of for a treat. It's sort of our special time together, you might say. But it's just so much fun to watch him do it. Snickers is such a great gecko, and he has been such a joy to have in the reptile room.
It's been a lot of fun sharing each of my animals with you tonight. I'd love to hear what kind of animals do you keep at your house. Leave me a comment down below, and I'd love to hear some stories that you have about your animals. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day.